What's up, people? This is Alexander, obviously. A question I got from one of you, and it was one of those questions that is a contextually dependent, non-contextual question, but what is the best diet? What's the best diet I should eat? Guys, that's not how diet works. That's not how nutrition works. These best questions that get asked, I've phrased it this way before. You are asking an A-B question to an A to Z subject. What is the best diet? The best diet is one that fulfills your daily metabolic, hormonal, physiological, nutritional needs in such a way that your body runs as close to optimal as possible. The best diet is one that sets you up for longevity in regards to your health by keeping everything functioning in top metabolic shape. The best diet is the one that is most sustainable to you and suits your particular metabolic, morphological, lifestyle profile. Did I talk about carbs, fat, macros, foods, and that? No, I fucking didn't, because those things are contextually dependent. Diet is a subject that it's a foundational subject. If you don't know how biology works at all, asking diet questions, you are taking shots in the dark, and you are essentially, it's the equivalent of throwing shit questions at a wall and hoping the wall gives you an answer back. You're not going to get a satisfactory answer, because even if you did, you don't have the comprehensive knowledge to understand the answer in the first place. So the best diet question is a shitty, stupid question. And like I said, the best human diet is one that sets you up for long-term longevity health. What does that mean? That means a lot of things. That means knowing how your hormones work. That means knowing why your body needs protein, fat, and why your body can metabolize carbohydrates. That means understanding that food has an effect on your physiology. That means that you grasp the connection between your physical health and your dietary intake. Those are intricately tied, and that your diet essentially creates your body on a daily basis. You have to know that. And then if you know that, then okay, you can make informed, knowledge-based decisions upon what would be the best way to eat for myself. Cool, great, I'm glad you can do that. If you don't have any of that knowledge, and your presumption of what diet is based upon macros, or your perception of diet is, well, is this good calories to eat? Is this a good amount of calories? Eat and think differently about what it is that you eat and how you eat it and the role that it plays in your short-term, long-term, mid-term, all aspects of health. You will understand why diet is important. You'll understand why you need to have knowledge about diet. Read that book. If you're not going to read that book, and you're not going to devote any kind of, self-study essentially to how your body works, diet questions, good fucking luck. There's not really much I can give you that's helpful, especially when the questions are something like, a meal plan. Look at my meal plan. Okay. Yeah, that was the one question a gentleman sent me. He just sent me a list of the three meals he eats. Okay. Yeah, this is, in regards to what? I want to lose weight. I know nothing about you. Don't know your height, weight, body composition, how long you've been training, how long you've been overweight, how old you are, I don't know any of those things. As a professional, it's akin to going to your doctor and asking them, give me a good drug to take. For what? Well, a good one. What's a good drug to be healthy? It doesn't make sense. That question doesn't make sense. You take your car to the mechanic, fix my car good. Fix what? I just fix it with good fixes. Stupid fucking questions. I'm sorry, but it's a stupid fucking question. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your questions. You guys need to think a little bit smarter. Are there any questions on this subject, on that note? If I sound aggressive, it's because I just trained, and, well, you know what? Fuck that. I always sound aggressive anyway, so you guys just deal with it. Training jiu-jitsu 4 times a week. Ideal period to lift weights, off days before after class. Probably, that could go a few ways. You could do the off days. You could also try doing it before class. You'd have to keep your training, pretty low volume overall in terms of just how many sets you're doing and the intensity of the sessions themselves. Jiu-jitsu is pretty intense, so you don't want it to conflict. You don't want the two things to accumulate, and then you have, fatigue overload. So you have to manage that properly. Someone asked about the importance of visualization. I'm not sure in regards to what. Visualization as a practice, I would consider a massively powerful mental tool and really a way of thinking and being, where if you can detailed see something in your mind, and in detail to such a level where you have the macro and the micro, and you reverse engineer it, and you bring that out of yourself into reality. Yeah, that's very powerful. What's the best back workout? There is no best back workout. That's not how the back works. Shitty question. Is there benefits? Guys, there's a lot of benefits of fasting. Look that up. I have a book on intermittent fasting, which I can share with you guys. $10. It's an ebook. Lists all the benefits of intermittent fasting and how to do it. Again, that's kind of like a fucking Google question right there. That's a basic bitch Google question. Yeah, in regards to the back workout, there's no such thing as a best back workout. There's back workouts that are effective, non-effective, depending upon the training question. You have to know how the back muscles work to understand what is a good, quote-unquote, way to train them. Does a keto diet help with cancer? Based upon the evidence, it does seem to help with certain kinds of cancer, yes. Definitely. Should I deload before Stage 2 Wolverine program? No. No, you can go right into it. Is that book on the Amazon store? Yes, it is. Deep Nutrition, Catherine Shanahan. Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. You would be the best back workout. Maybe I would. People need to rebalance their fat intake, less omega-6, more omega-3. Yeah, that is an issue among many for people's health in modern times, definitely. No question about that. What do you think about positive masculinity? Well, I essentially practice and promote positive masculinity, so I guess that should tell you what I think of it. What should I eat to gain weight? Food. You should eat nutritious whole food. You should consume enough protein and enough fat and some amount of carbohydrates to facilitate that. Would you recommend lifting heavy while fasted? Yeah, you can definitely do that. You can do that. You can. I would suggest having some probably branched amino acids if you're going to do that, and to mitigate the muscle catabolism effect that will come if you train fasted exclusively. But yeah, that's definitely a strategy. Do some fruits and vegetables have components in them that could cause cancer? Potentially, but it doesn't seem to be that way. Potentially, there are things in plants, and there are things in plants that yes, they are. Actually not healthy. They're anti-nutrients, as far as that being an issue. Are there any body type? I don't know what the question really was exactly. Are you asking about body types? If there's different body types? This may be shit. I don't understand the question. There are different body types, and there are different, obviously, there's a very great variety of human genetics in regards to what you are inclined to be good at and what you are not so inclined to be good at. So you have to account for that. I want to bulk for a year, doable. That depends upon your body type. Some guys can bulk. Some can. Many just get fat and then they have to lose the fat and they end up losing the muscle. Other than processed foods and sugars, is there anything else you recommend to avoid? Yeah, vegetable oils. Do not consume vegetable oils. There are no health benefits to vegetable oils at all. The vegetable oil is anti-health. Have you had a shitty life in the past? Shitty? No, I wouldn't call it shitty. Have I had things I fucked up on? Oh, absolutely. But, that comes with living. Give to this man's Patreon, guys. Thanks, down to Brass Tacks. I don't know your name, I'm sorry. Hi. You're a true G. Thanks, brother. What did you study in college? Dance performance and choreography. Did I miss the best diet ever? Yeah, the answer was there is not one. Gonna watch The Great Today. Good. It's such a good movie. Someone shared a video on it, but it's a lesson in heroic suffering. Feelings on soy. You know my feelings. That's not a real question. Protein powders with good purity levels. Anything from TrueNutrition.com. That's where I buy my protein powder. TrueNutrition.com. Although, in all honesty, you can get, I mean, most nutrition stores, independent ones at least, they'll have they'll have very high quality powders. Soy sauce is bad? No. Soy sauce is fine. Supplements are not bullshit. Supplements can be bullshit depending upon if you take them inappropriately. What I think of L-carnitine? They can have some pretty potent energy, fat loss effects. Yeah, true, but again, appropriateness, context, you guys, context. What foods is a lot of soy? Well, soy itself is, would be the primary food, but then there's a lot of processed foods have soy in them. And I generally recommend avoiding processed foods in general. Tofu can be fun to eat, actually. Ever seen Dirty Harry? Of course I have seen Dirty Harry. I married 2, but he's still cute. Okay, this is a side conversation. Thanks, ladies. My dad has brain cancer. Do you recommend anything else apart from keto? Yeah, I'm not a doctor, so entertainment advice, perhaps a ketogenic diet could help your father, but brain cancer is some serious shit, so not really anything I could say for that, in all honesty. What do we have to do to educate the masculine youth? You need to be masculine yourself. If you want to be a man, then... If you want men to be men, then you must be a man. That's how that works. I'm drinking amino acids. Foods are ways to naturally boost test levels of metabolism. Whole food diet. I said that many times. If you're not on the email list, get on the email list. I just sent out a 4,000-word email on dietary principles, so go read that email right now. I also have an article on my website, 50 ways to naturally elevate testosterone levels, so you should probably read that too. How do you become a man? By living as one. You live as one, and that's how you become one. What is a man? Same thing I always say, guys. 4 things. Well, there's 2 principles. Protect and provide, perform. There's 3 principles. Protect, provide, perform. Lead yourself. Physicality. Mentality. Intelligence. And then you have to know how to worship and how to love. Do you disagree with JBP on any topic? I don't know that I disagree with him. There may be things that we have, that perhaps, due to differences in experience, he is older than me, obviously. We may have different perspectives on. I mean, at a certain level, when you have people that are like-minded, it's not so much what you disagree on. It's a difference of perspective. Do you advise to drink milk? No, I don't. Your email and writing was amazing. Thank you. How long before workout should you eat? Give yourself at least an hour space. There's a few chapters and tools of Titans about what to do about dangerous late-stage cancers. Oh, yeah, there is. I forgot about that. Yeah, that might be useful. I can't recall the chapters, honestly. That book didn't make such an impression on me. But having meat diet tends to make you feel uncomfortable, so then don't eat it. Why are you eating a diet that makes you feel uncomfortable? If something's not digesting well, it is not for you. That's how that works. You do not ignore your biofeedback. Have you got a book or more info on what it means to be a man? I have a book list on my website, recommended reading for men. There's 13 books on it. Check the website. What do you think of the strictly carnivore diet? It's certainly interesting, and it seems to work for some people. It is not for everybody. That's going to come down to the context of the person using it and whether they find it effective for themselves. You are your greatest experiment. You have to find what works for you. If there's a lot of evidence to something that seems to work for many people, that can perhaps be worth trying. But again, there's no universality to what is diet. At least in regards to the foods of themselves. There's recommendations or anti-recommendations, but there is not a single prescription that applies to the entire human race. Not how it works. You girls are having completely separate conversations. It's hysterical. Do you have smaller eyes? Okay, what the fuck? Do you have smaller eyes? This defines high T, bro. Okay. I have no idea if that's a fucking question, an observation, or a what. Advice on how to be more extroverted, being introverted. Talk to people. That's about it. You know, how do I talk to people? You put yourself in positions where you have to interact with other human beings and, you know, learn how to get to know them. Have you ever smoked? Yes. Hey, Keanu Reeves, want to be part of my administration? No. Is that Kool-Aid? Yeah, it's Kool-Aid. Whatever. Anything besides water to drink that's beneficial to diet? Coffee, if you like coffee. Tea, if you like tea. Amino acids, guys. How'd you quit? I was never addicted. I don't have an addictive personality. I'm one of those people that I can do any kind of drug and try anything that's a vice, and I don't get addicted to it. Have you ever met with a liminal man? No. He lives in UK, so I have not met him. What time do you work out? Typically midday. Which brand of aminos? Morphogen Nutrition. Book going available on Amazon UK. Yeah, it will be available on Amazon UK, yes. The pre-sale should hopefully happen this weekend. It's being put together right now, so I'll let you guys know. High-fat meal suggestions. Meat. That's about straightforward as it gets. Meat. Meat, eggs. What do you fry your meat with? Avocado oil. Or are we just cooking its own fat? Are you still on the coke? Every day. Advice for rest time between sets for hypertrophy? 45 seconds to a minute, 2 minutes. That really depends upon the workout and how you were training. Do you know who the Wall Street Playboys are? What's your website address? My full name, AlexanderJuanAntonioCortes.com. Stuff you tell your 21-year-old self. I tell myself nothing because I didn't listen to anybody at that age, and I still don't. Gluten-free, any good if trying to get in shape? That's not how diet works. I would suggest you read Deep Nutrition. Catherine Shanahan, read that book, and then you understand why it's a shitty question. How old are you? 28. No, I didn't lie. I'm 28. You think Michael Mason is a real guy? So far as I know, he is a human being that exists in reality, so yes. In regards to what you mean by real, if you have a different definition, I don't know. Can you expand on olive oil being carcinogenic? I always cook with once olive oil burns, and once it starts burning, then you get free radicals in the oil, so you're fucking annoying. I can't stop eating bad food. I'm a trucker. Go try and eat low carb. Just literally just like eat beef patties. What missed the beginning of your scope? What's the best diet ever? There is no best diet. That's not how diet works. If you're asking that question, you don't know a fucking thing about human nutrition. So, read the book by Catherine Shanahan. Deep Nutrition. You're going to read that book, and then you're going to be smarter for it. And I'm done. Good questions, everybody. Talk to you all again.